Tiny starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child, I live in Wonderland.
Hi, welcome to Handmade by Ditsy Tulip. I'm Mel. I hope that you're all keeping very well. Just wanted to pop in with a quick video. Sorry I've not posted in the last couple of weeks, simply because I've not been making any garments. I've been doing a bit of sewing, which I'll share in a second, but I've not been making any garments over the last couple of weeks. I've just lost the motivation, to be honest, to make clothing for myself, because the only place I'm going is to work, so it just feels a little bit of a waste, I guess, making clothes for myself at the moment. And also I think I must have done a really super job on my summer wardrobe last year, because I don't really feel that there's any gaps in my wardrobe. I've got plenty of lovely summer clothing from last year. I will get motivated again, I think, over the next few weeks. I've started to kind of build myself some Pinterest boards and things, and following different things on Instagram to get in some motivation. So I'll keep you posted with how I get on over the next few weeks. The main purpose of today's video is to share a little peek at the latest Selvedge Magazine. I've treated myself to another digital copy of this because obviously it's difficult to get postal things at the moment. So I wanted to give you a quick skip through so you can see what's in there. And then I thought I'll also share with you what I have been working on the last couple of weeks. You will have seen from some previous videos that I found that I really love making mini things, especially little mini dresses. So that's what I've been making over the last couple of weeks. I've actually decided that I'm going to set up an Etsy shop selling clothing for collectors' dolls. Not set it up as of yet. I'm making and photographing the things, but I thought I'd share a couple of things I've been making. So these are some really sweet little dresses. I'll just bring them in and show you. So like ballerina style dresses with little corset tops and circle skirts. That's one. There's another one. And another one. They're really enjoyable to make, and I've used the overlocker on these and done a rolled hem on the overlocker, which I don't get a chance to do very often, so that's good as well. Then I've got I've made a few which are even smaller, so super cute these are. I'll just show you these ones. So that one, you may recall that Liberty of London fabric on my Mimi blouse recently, so that's using up little scraps of that. And that's a Liberty of London cotton with a bit of lace around the bottom. And then something else I've done, I've got this one actually modelled on a doll because I've just been taking photographs of it, is another little dress, but I've also made some little wings. These are kind of quilted wings, which are really sweet. I'll show you these. So I've just kind of fastened the wings on with elastic so they can be transferable onto different dresses, but it's made specifically to match this dress with that little bit of applique as well. So that's what I've been up to, making lots of mini dresses, so I just thought I'd share that with you while I was here. The patterns that I've used for these mini dresses, the pattern for the dress is an amazing pattern by Tyrran and Catton. It's quite an expensive pattern for dolls, but for dolls clothing, but it's a really great tutorial. It teaches you lots of things because you really don't sew many things the same as you sew large things. So yeah, it's definitely an investment. And then I'm just hacking it, so it's a great base pattern, so I'm making amendments to it to make different variations. And then the wings are a pattern from what they're called, Twig and Tail, I think they're called. And these are lovely. There's loads of different varieties available. These are the extra small ones, which are for newborn babies or dolls, but I have scaled it down a little bit for this size. But you can get them for kids, you can get them for adults, I was thinking as well you could kind of mate them and make a really nice bunting. So yeah, really good patterns with fantastic instructions that actually got video tutorials built into the instruction booklet. So yeah, a really nice project to sew. So let's skip over to the computer then, and I'll show you inside the latest version of Selvedge Magazine. So this one is focusing on slow sewing and kind of recycling fabrics and things. I'll just read you the little bit about the bias. So it says, while it is our daughters who are leading the way and introducing the older generation to the effects our lifestyle is having on the climate, it's our mothers and grandmothers who may hold the key to curbing some of the environmental impact caused by the textile industry. So this magazine is going into some stories on different things different people are doing to kind of recycle and reduce the impact on the environment. So on some of the pages I will just skip through just so you can see what's on there, but I may kind of share some little pieces of information as I go. Beautiful photography and colouring as always on this page. This article focuses on visible mending, so fixing holes and things with darning using a mushroom darning tool, something I've never actually tried, but really do want to give that a go. This article is focusing on tapestry, so you can see there these two ladies are working on a huge tapestry. This article just goes into the history of second-hand clothing. This article focuses on a designer called Bode, who is a lady who specialises in menswear, but as you can see, a very different type of menswear, which I absolutely love. I think this is amazing. I won't read through the article, but I'll just show you some of the garments. This article focuses on, again, another designer who recycles fabrics into garments. When I've read the article, he uses like a cotton recycled fabrics on top and creates simple garments, but where the fabric is what the key focus is. This article looks at a young lady who recycles woolen garments, I think this is, jumpers and things like that, into different things like rugs and toys and patchwork quilts. This looks at the art of block printing, fabric printing. This is a lady who is recycling garments and looking at the pictures into different types of patchwork, which is something that I'm really trying to spend more time doing myself at the moment. This is a designer who works on not producing any waste, I think is the idea behind these designs. So this is a piece of fabric that's created by using different fabrics. And then you can see there she's made a skirt out of the completed piece of fabric, and on the right hand side is a scarf that's been created, and those circles that you can see are tiny bits of scrap which it looks like have been appliqued onto the fabric, which is something I think I might try myself actually. This is looking at recycling vintage linen. I think this is specifically looking at French bed sheets. And then this is looking in a lady called Tiff Fussell, sorry, I think her name is, looking in her studio, and different things that she's creating, different embroidery, different patchworks and things. It all looks very lovely. This is another designer who focuses specifically on using old garments, so reducing waste. And this is somebody who's creating, I think, art. I've not read this article in full yet, but kind of creating art from different fabrics which would end up in landfill. This is Selvedge style, so creating interiors by salvaging different fabrics. You can see kind of headboards and curtains which have got patchwork detail on and things. It looks like that rug as well has been made by fabric scraps. It then moves on to look inside a shop. So this is Warp and Weft, which is in Hastings. I think I may have actually been inside this shop at one time. And then it just kind of tells you some things that you can read, some things that you can view. That one on the right looks interesting to look at. It looks like that's kind of wall art that's then being worn. And that's it. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed a look in the magazine. I've got lots of detailed reading to do to get to know all the articles in full, but as always, such beautiful photography and such real thoughtful articles in that magazine. So I look forward to sitting in my garden in the sunshine and reading up on that in more detail. I do hope that you enjoyed today's video. Do give me a thumbs up if you did, and remember to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and take care, and I will see you very soon. Bye.